guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms of Buddy. I am really excited today because I get to do a book haul. I have not had a book haul since June, and it just really excites me that I finally get to do what I cut way back on buying books and stuff. Because I was having book hauls, like it was twice a month, and then it was once a month, and now it's been a few months and I haven't had one. So now I get to have one. So, after the book haul, then I have an unboxing. So exciting. So, let's get started with these books first that I've got here from my local used bookstore. And then I've got one that I received for review that I was told I couldn't get. So, we'll start with that one first. And that one was called Without Warning, and this is by Lynette Eason. This is from Baker's Publishing Group through the Revel division, and I chose this book and they said that, there was not enough copies, and so I got a different book, and then a week after that, this one showed up. So I don't know what happened with that. So we'll see. I'll probably be reading this one and getting a review done on it. Okay, so now from the bookstore. You guys know that I read the book Gone by Michael Grant. Well, I picked up two more in the series, and that is Lies and Hunger. I really enjoyed Gone. It's a dystopian, but it's a little bit different than other dystopians. In this book or series, all the adults 17 years of age and older disappear. So all these kids are left to fend for themselves. And that's all I'm going to say. And I really enjoyed Gone, so I'm looking forward to these two. The next one here you already know that I've got is Winter by Marissa Meyer, because I have already read this book, and it was in my August wrap-up. Loved this book. I think it was a fantastic wrap-up to the series. I loved all the characters. It all came together so well. So, yes, this book my sister bought me when she was here visiting because she wanted to buy me a book. This is what I picked. And I'm so glad I picked this one. Absolutely enjoyed it. The next one we got here is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. And this book, I've already read this book. I read it last year, I think, but I borrowed it from my library. They had it at the used bookstore. I snatched it up because you don't find much Patrick Ness there. And this is just a very heart-wrenching story, and I do want to read it again. It's amazing, like the pages with the stuff here, and then there's full-page illustrations, and it's a great story. Next one we got here is Body of Lies by Iris Johansen. Sad to say, I already have this book. I just started reading that series, and I wasn't sure if I had this. It was only $1. It was on the sales rack, so I didn't really lose much on it. But yeah, that's Body of Lies. And then also I picked up Blood Game. I liked that cover. I thought it was cool. Also by Iris Johansen. Also part of the Eve Duncan series. And I think I'm going to enjoy it for the most part. Eve Duncan is a little unrealistic in her thought process, and she's got to always be in control, so she's kind of a control freak. But other than that, I like her strength. I think she's a very strong female protagonist. The next one we have here is book number 4 in the series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I just finished book number 3, so I went ahead and got number 4. So yes, there's that one. The next one I picked up is Millicent's Gift by Anne Rinaldi. Anne Rinaldi writes a lot of retellings of historical events. And I really enjoyed Or Give Me Death, which was a retelling of Patrick Henry's family and that kind of stuff. And the other one I read was on the Salem witch trials. I didn't really care for that one as much, so I thought I would try my hand at this one. This one seems more middle grade than young adult. The other two were young adult, so I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to turn out. When she turns 14, she gets a gift, a magical gift where she is able to grant a wish, a single wish. So it sounded interesting. We'll see. So there's that one. The next one we got here is Stay With Me by Allison Galen. This is a Brenna Spector, I think. Yeah, this is a Brenna Spector book. I've got 1 and 2. I read book 1, and I'll have to reread it. And this one they had at the Dollar General, so I picked it up for like $3. So that I believe that's book number 3 also in that series. The next one I picked up, it was on the sales rack, and it sounded fantastic, but it is book 2. But I think I can read it as a standalone, or I can read it out of place. It's called Poltergeist, and this is by Kat Richardson. This would be a great Halloween read, I think. It says back here, it says, Harper Blaine was your average small-time PI until she died for 2 minutes. Now Harper is a gray walker walking the thin line between the living world and the paranormal realm, and she's discovering that her new abilities are landing her all sorts of strange cases. In the days leading up to Halloween, Harper is hired by a university research group attempting to create an artificial poltergeist. The head researcher suspects someone is faking the phenomena, but Harper's investigation reveals something else entirely. The group has succeeded. So, yeah, I thought it sounded really good. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try and read it for Halloween, even though it is book 2 to the Grey Walker series. So, we'll see. Next one we got here also on the sales rack at the bookstore is Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. And there were orphan trains between, what was the years? Between 1854 and 1929, so-called orphan trains ran regularly from the cities of the East Coast to the farmlands of the Midwest, carrying thousands of abandoned children whose fates would be determined by pure luck. So that's what the story is about, and I thought it sounded really good, and look at that cover. So it's probably going to be one of those really heart-wrenching, heartbreaking stories, but I got it for $2 on the sales rack. The next 2 books I have here, I've heard so much about this series and how well loved it is, and that is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer and The Evolution of Mara Dyer. This is 1 and 2, and they had both of them up there, so we got them. I started a little bit with this one. I've read like 4 chapters of it, but I've been reading other books as well, and I'm enjoying it. So there's those 2. These are by Michelle Hodkin. And the last one I found, which I actually picked it up for my daughter. It was on the sales rack. And that is Bliss by Lauren Miracle. She likes Lauren Miracle, so I picked it up. And I think I will probably want to read this as well. Yeah, it sounded good. Something about, she said it was about witches and stuff like that. So we'll see. So that is the end of that. Now let's get to the book haul. This is my order from Book Outlet. I haven't ordered from them for a while, so I'm glad I got to get these books. My husband's got a couple books in here too. All right. Okay, so the first one we've got here is Tiger's Destiny, and this is book 4 to the Tiger's Curse series that my husband is reading, and these covers are just amazing, and yeah, he's gonna enjoy this. I will eventually read this series because he says it's really good. So there's that one. Next one we've got, I've heard a lot about, and that is Anna Dressed in Blood, and this is by Kendare Blake. Heard a lot about this book, so I figured I'd pick it up. The next one we've got here is The Bargaining, and this is by Carly Ann West. It sounded really good, and it was I think it was the 50% off sale that was going on. Next one we've got here is You by Caroline Kepnes. I wanted this to read for my A through Z challenge. And this one sounded really good. It's a story of obsession. This girl goes into a bookstore and the guy starts obsessing over her, the guy that worked in there. Yeah, so that one sounded really good. The last one we've got here is Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea by April Genevieve. I don't even know how to say that last name up there. Tukolsky or something. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But this one also sounded pretty good, so the price was right. I picked that one up. And that is all the books that I got in my book order from Book Outlet. And if you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. Thanks guys for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.